After the sudden loss of their son more than a year ago, one Central Ohio couple is fighting to keep his memory alive by giving back to a group of underserved individuals he was so passionate about. NBC4's Matthew Herchick shares his story.
Craig Kleiman's passion for running brought him to the streets of Bexley nearly every single day, and it's why nearly 200 people took part in today's event, both online and virtually, to run the same streets that were so familiar to the person that left such a lasting impact on all those he touched.
Many people along the route would say, "Oh, you're Craig's parents. We saw him running here for years."
As runners hit the familiar streets of Bexley on Labor Day morning, they do so with the memory of a loved one weighing heavy on their heart.
This would have been an unbelievable thrill for him.
Craig Kleiman passed away in December of 2019 on his 40th birthday.
We hadn't realized until afterwards is how much and how many people in the community knew him and seemed to really love him.
One of those, his lifelong friend Amy, who traveled all the way from Virginia to take part in the 5K held in his honor.
I miss him terribly.
Craig was diagnosed with a nonverbal learning disability and battled autism much of his life, a daily reality that helped him connect with youth that faced similar struggles.
Craig was a special educator, and it was one of his superpowers.
We have a number of families here who actually had him as a teacher's assistant.
It's why his parents, Mark and Arlene, feel so called to keep his memory alive, to continue the support for members of an underserved community he loved so much.
His disability was not the defining factor for him. I mean, he really accomplished a lot in the time he was here.
And with the funds from today's race going to help so many of the children he felt called to serve, the victory isn't just in Monday's race, but in the impact Craig left on all those he knew.
There's a great photo of him finishing one of his half marathons, and he's making the Views for Victory symbol. And so it's commemorated on the shirts, and so I had to do it too.
The spokesperson for Autism Speaks tell me that the funds raised from today's event will go to support their 2021 mission of bridging the gap between underserved and minority populations and earlier diagnosis of members in those communities. Local for you in Bexley, Matthew Herchick, NBC4.